Do you still follow your exes? Go on a date, I like you, I highly recommend Jesus. I literally did not have clothes. Literally nothing in this world that will steal my joy. The high tensions were high. Some trips, I've been in a group chat for years. Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a get to know me video. Did you guys really think I was going to start a YouTube video without introducing myself? Like, how rude. Anyways, hi, my name is Ella. I already posted a vlog before, but it's just because I wanted to give you guys a teaser on what you'll be seeing on this channel. But yeah, my name is Ella. I'm a content creator. I live in Canada right now. I'm Ghanaian. But on this channel, what you're mostly going to be seeing is travel, lifestyle. I already post those kind of contents on Instagram, so if you're following me from Instagram, this is basically going to be like an in-depth version of whatever you see on Instagram. I love everything travel, family, friendships, relationships, self-care, self-development. I love reading a lot. I love traveling. I think I already said I love traveling. This should show you how much I love traveling. I love traveling so much. So that's basically the kind of content you'll be seeing here. But I knew that people might have like very specific questions, so I asked on Instagram for you guys to ask me what you wanted to know about me, and I'll be answering that today. You get what I mean? All right, let's get into the questions. So the first question, I have it on my laptop because I'm filming with my phone, and yeah, I could not do both, so I took a screenshot and it's on my laptop, so I'm going to be reading from here. So if you see me looking here, that's what I'm doing. I have the questions here and I'm going to be answering. So the first question says, what's your inspiration behind content creation? Question, I don't know. I feel like I've always been a creative person to begin with. So content creation is just a channel to express that creativity. During COVID, just to keep sane and just to not get bored. Also during COVID was when Ghana, as I said, I'm Ghanaian, Ghana was like really popping off on the map, and I would see people like visit Ghana and visit so many places that like I took for granted in Ghana, and I was like, bruh, I wish I did that, you know. So I feel like it was in that mindset that I decided to explore the city I'm in. I live in Ottawa, by the way, in Canada, and it's not the funnest place in the world. Like, they really thrive on the fact that the city is boring. Like, when people are coming for Ottawa, that's what they say, Ottawa is boring. And like, it's one of those places that you have to like find things to do. Like, there are things to do for sure, but it's not like readily available like other places like Toronto, Vancouver. Do you know what I mean? So during COVID, I decided to explore the city. Now that I'm thinking about it, it sounds kind of cringe, but during COVID, I actually used to post on my story. I had a goal of visiting a restaurant every Friday night, a new restaurant, and I wanted to do with my followers. So every Friday, new adventure, something like that. And then people would message me saying, oh, like, I'm down, I want to go. And I'd actually go out with strangers. Think about it, it's crazy. Like, bro, I could have been kidnapped. But I'm here and I'm fine. And I also feel like that's how I kind of grew and built a community on Instagram and build trust. So I'm glad I did it, but like, I'll do it now. Would I don't know. I probably would, to be honest. I would, but yeah, that's how I started content creation. As I said, I'm very curious, and I started to channel my curiosity into something productive. So I think that's how I started content creating. Second question is, how has the journey been so far? The journey has been good, to be honest. It's a learning curve, just as with anything in life. Like, I'm learning so much. I've grown so much since I started. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this, I hit 10K on Instagram. So yeah, I'm growing and I'm happy. I love that for me. So I feel like it's been a learning curve. I'm learning every day. I'm growing. I'm actually earning. Not like crazy amount, but like I'm still earning. Like, when I started, I never thought I would be paid to post content. You get what I mean? So that's good. That's growth. Yeah, so it's a learning curve. That would be my answer to that question. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to content creation? I would say, first of all, time, because I work a 9 to 5, so it's kind of hard to find time to do content creation while, you know, living my life. But it's my life goal to have a balance. Honestly, life is too short to be serious all the time, so I try to make time for it. But I say I would definitely do more if I had more time. So I'll say time. Also, as I said, Ottawa is not the biggest city in the world, so it can be kind of like demotivating because like there are not as many opportunities, and I really wish people in the city would appreciate content creators. There are more opportunities and stuff, but like, yeah, those are the setbacks. So my answer to that question would be time, and like Ottawa is very limiting and they don't really like appreciate influencer marketing. That would be my answer. Next question is Canada or Ghana, choose one and why. Yikes, this one is hard. This one is really hard because if you had asked me the same question 10 years ago, it would have been an easy Ghana. like I love Ghana so much. I love Ghana for the community. Ghana is such a warm country, like literally warm, like it's summer all year round. But like, I love Ghana so much. But I feel like more recently, I'm leaning towards Canada because I feel like in terms of opportunities, Canada has a lot more opportunities, especially for like young people, for people in general. But like, I feel like at the age and stage where I am in life, I want to take advantage of those opportunities here. So I would take Canada now. And also, like, I went to Ghana last December, and low-key, I was feeling out of place because I haven't been to, like, I go to Ghana like at least every year or max every 2 years, right? And I so many things happened for it to dawn on me like when I got home, I didn't have a room anymore. Like my parents had used my room for like a storeroom or whatever. So like I just felt like it wasn't really home again, like except like just obviously my family is there. So like those little things, obviously Ghana will forever be home for me in that sense. But it just felt like, because I've been here for like how many years now? 8 years now. So I just feel like it doesn't really feel like home again. Like I've made a new home here. But yeah, like in terms of opportunities and stuff, I feel like Canada has more opportunities. And while I'm young, I want to take advantage of that. Would I settle in Ghana? Would I live in Ghana at any point? Probably. Maybe I would retire in Ghana. Who knows? But like at this very moment, I would take Canada because of the opportunities that it has. Ghana would always be home to me, but I feel like in terms of like practicality, I would choose Canada because of the opportunities and stuff it has. But I love Ghana to death. I love Ghana, guys. Take away message. I love Ghana, but I'm choosing Canada now. How do you plan your travels and trips, and how do you actually make them happen? Okay, I feel like the first step in planning the trip is deciding that you want to go somewhere. And after that, the next thing is choosing where you want to go. You are deciding to travel. Take note, if you've never traveled before and this is your first time ever traveling, first you have to decide where you want to go. And I feel like for me, how I determine where I want to travel to is the vibe I want when I travel. It could be, do I want a relaxing trip? Do I want an adventure, adrenaline-inducing trip? Do I want a mixture of both? Do I want beach vibe? Do I want hiking? Like whatever it is you want, then you research on countries that give that vibe. Do you get what I mean? Because you cannot be like a calm, relaxing person and you want to go to some place where it's like you have to go and climb volcanoes and all of that. No. So first of all, know what the kind of vibe you want for your travel and then decide where you want to go. Second thing is research. Oh my God, I cannot stress this enough. Because I solo travel, I do twice as much of research as I should, because if anything happens, it's me, myself, and God on that trip. So yeah, research as much as possible. Research the currency, everything you need to know. I research using TikTok, YouTube, Reddit. You research any way you can. Research as much as possible. The next thing I'll do is creating an itinerary. Know what you want to do before you go. Before I go to a country, I kind of already feel like I've been there before because of how much research I do. Like I know the activities I want to do. I know the place I want to stay. Research and plan your itinerary to the T. Oh, this is just a side tip. Always change your money to the currency you are visiting before you get there, because sometimes the rates are a little bit all over the place. So yeah, change your money before you go. But I would say research and your itinerary to the T, from transportation to food to where you stay. Like, I know all of these things before I landed. You would almost think I've been there before. So that would be my tip. The question says, how do you actually make it happen? I actually taken the steps, because I know some trips I've been in the group chat for years. So this one, it might seem like common knowledge, but yeah, actually book the trip. I feel like once I book the trip, it's like there's no wiggle room now. Like, I'm going, so book the trip. That's what I'll say. Book that trip. Yeah, book the trip and allow for, in as much as I said, have an itinerary. I feel like the itinerary is to give you more control and know what you're doing, but also leave room for flexibility. Like, with travel, anything can happen. Like, allow yourself room to experience the culture. If, say, you're supposed to go, I don't know, for a particular thing, and you find something else that you did not find in your research that catches your eye and is safe, do it. Like, you don't have to have a fixed schedule all the time, but I just want you to have an itinerary so that you have some sort of control over your trip, right? Yeah, so that would be my answer to this question. That is how I plan my trip, and that's how I actually make it happen. Why did you start YouTube? I started YouTube because I love what I do on Instagram. I love sharing my life, what I do, and giving people the resources to do some of the stuff I do. So I decided to create YouTube because I feel like Instagram is more for short style videos, and I wanted a platform to show more of like my personality, more behind the scenes. I feel like Instagram, you kind of see the completed, finished version of things I do. With YouTube, I want to carry you guys along on the journey. You get what I mean? So yeah, that's why I say YouTube, to be able to give you guys an in-depth version of whatever you guys see on Instagram and love. Actually, my Instagram so much. I'm going to link my Instagram and my TikTok below. If you don't know me on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram. It's pretty much the same name on here. But yeah, let's go on Instagram and let's be friends, you know. But yeah, that's why I say YouTube. Are you happy with where you are in life? If not, what would you do to be better? Am I happy with where I am in life? Yes. Gratitude over anything all the time. I'm happy with where I am right now. Is there room for improvement? 100%. There's always room for improvement as long as you're not dead. So I would say I'm happy where I am. But yeah, I have goals that I haven't reached yet, and I'm working, like actively working towards reaching them. So what I would do better is staying focused on those goals and putting in the work to achieve those goals. So I would say that is what I would do better. But like right now, I'm okay, but there's always room for improvement. What was the first place you traveled? This is so funny because there's a backstory to this. The first place I ever traveled to was the UK with my family. I remember traveling. Oh my god, we had to try multiple times before we were able to travel, because there was a mistake on my passport, which was my dad's fault. And not to shift any blames, but it was my dad's fault. And I remember telling everybody in school that, oh, I'm traveling, but the expectations were high, tensions were high. Only for me to come back to school and I wasn't able to travel the first time because there was a mistake on my passport around that time. Like, I don't know if it's around that time, but like just for safety and domestic reasons, and when you make your passports, they actually specify who you are allowed to travel with and who you are not allowed to travel with. And they made a mistake on my passport. My dad did not notice that they had said I could only travel if I'm accompanied by my dad. So we got to the airport and we were literally begging them. We called my dad. My mom showed everything that they needed to know, but they didn't allow us to go. So we were not able to travel the first time to the UK. But they fixed it and then we're able to travel. But like, guys, imagine going to school after all the hype and not actually being able to go on that trip. Yeah, but that was my first ever trip my first ever trip was the UK with my family. Country you travel to? Kenya. It's immediately Kenya. Like, I've been to so many other countries and I love them for so many other reasons, but I feel like Kenya was such a wholesome trip for me. It was like my first ever group trip, and The people were amazing. There were so many things that happened that could have interrupted the trip, but it was just a trip that made me feel like, bruh, like actually nothing in this world that will steal my joy, basically. Because and it just made me feel like, bruh, you literally can't choose happiness. Because I missed my flight. I did not have my luggage on the entire trip. Like I literally did not have clothes. I had to buy clothes on the trip. I didn't have makeup, bruh. It was a lot, but like I was still so happy. I stayed on an island. I stayed in Nairobi City. I went on the safari. I made so many new friends. Going on that trip, I literally only knew 2 people, and I think we were about maybe 6 to 7 people in total. We ended up like there was no drama, nothing. It was just a wholesome trip. It just really changed my whole perspective about group trips. And yeah, I love Kenya so much for the memories and experience. What advice would you give to your younger self? This one is a good one. I like this question a lot. Maybe let me do three advice. Is it advice or advices? Anyways, advice I'll give to my younger self is 1, cling onto Jesus. Oh guys, if I haven't mentioned already, I'm Christian. I love everything Jesus. I highly recommend Jesus. Onto Jesus. Like, you know the way the woman in the Bible with the issue of blood literally, tapped held Jesus's garments. Literally cling onto Jesus like that. Like, I feel like I wish growing up I knew that being Christian wasn't following routines, and I saw Jesus as my friend. So my advice to my younger self would be like, cling on to Jesus and build a relationship with Jesus. Like, get to know him as much as he knows you, and make your relationship personal to you. All of that routine like things, do what works for you. If you want to talk to him throughout the day, do that. If you want to talk to him through writing, do that. If you want to talk to him through singing, do that. Whatever you do, cling on to Jesus and do it in a way that fits like you and your personality. You don't have to, because then I feel like when people do all of those routines, that's how it gets tiring for them, because it's like you're not even being yourself coming before your father. Do you get what I mean? So I think that would be my first advice. Cling on to Jesus. Second is, it would all work out. Like, this too shall pass away. It will all work out. Don't take life too seriously. Have fun. Do what makes you happy. 3, I think this one I learned it the hard way, and I'm still learning it. Not allow anybody, any situation steal or change who you are at your core. I'm such a happy person, but I feel like I was much more happier while I was little. I'm such a happy person. I laugh a lot. Like, in a conversation, I can laugh like 100 times, and it's just who I am. Like, I don't take life too seriously. Like, I'm always so happy, and I feel like situations in life, or like, it's always in relationships, man. But like, I had been in certain relationships where I feel like it had made me a little bit more like quieter or timid, or like, all those situations started to change or affect my personality. I had to like obviously do the work with self-awareness, prayer, and all of that, like try to like recenter myself. So I would say, do not let anything change who you are at the core. So that would be the answer. Cling on to Jesus. The second one was what was my second answer again? Oh my god. Hey. Guys, I forgot. But yeah, play it back. You remember what I said. But yeah, that would be the advice to my younger self. As I said, don't take life too seriously. Exhibit A. The next question was, what are some things you consider when building your community or circle of friends? I consider a lot of things, but I feel like the most important thing for me is shared interests. Like, we should have something in common at least. Do you get what I mean? Like, because then what exactly are we going to talk about? So I think we should have something in common. And I know sometimes when people are asked these questions, like they give like all the super serious answers, like, oh, you have to be going the same direction, blah blah blah. honestly, sometimes the direction you're going with somebody is McDonald's. It's because you're foodies, and that's what you have in common. It doesn't always have to be so serious. So I feel like shared interest, it could be faith, it could be food, it could be, I don't know, music. Do you get what I mean? But at least, whatever the case, have some sort of shared interest with whoever you want to be friends with. And I feel like that we have friends for different seasons and different times in your life, but that's a conversation for another day. We can talk about that later. Values. I'm very, very big on values. Like, I would go to McDonald's with you, I would kiki with you, but like, I feel like in terms of like inner friendship, if we don't have the same values, we cannot be friends, because unequally yoked. I just feel like we would have a good time. As I said, we have friends for seasons and different friends for like different periods and time. We have work friendship and all of that. I'm rambling right now, but like, yeah, I would say shared interest, I would say values, and I would say trust and respect. Those are my 4. How many languages do you speak? Fun fact, I actually lived in France for a bit, so I speak English, I speak a little bit of French. Comment down below if you want me to share my France story times, guys. I got to France and I was camped. But yeah, it's a long story. I don't want this video to be too long, so comment down below if you want me to share that story. But I speak English, I speak French, I speak Twi, I speak a Ghanaian language called Fafra. I'm from the northern region, upper east of Ghana, so I speak these 4 languages. Do you still follow your exes? Yeah, I follow some of my exes, but for like this one is hard because I feel like in relationships where it did not end bad, I'm not going to unfollow you. Like, I just left it as it is. But like, if it was bad, and I'll block you. That's one thing about me, I'll block you because I just want to protect my peace. So some of them yes, but most of them no. Yeah, I follow some of my exes, but for like, this one is hard because I feel like in relationships where it did not end bad, I'm not going to unfollow you. Like, I just left it as it is. But like, if it was bad, and I'll block you. That's one thing about me, I'll block you because I just want to protect my peace. So some of them yes, but most of them no. I still have some questions, but I'm not going to answer them the same old, I want to date you, can we go on a date, I like you. Listen, that's not what we're doing here, honestly, to address those questions, because they're not even questions really. But thanks for staying and watching to the end of the video. Comment down below if we have anything in common, if there's anything you're surprised to know, if there's anything you're curious about. Comment down below. I'll be so happy to answer your questions. Let's connect in the comments, because as I said, we are going to be besties. Like, we're locked in for life. So guys, thanks so much for watching to the end of the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, like, share to somebody who would love this, and see you guys on the next video.